Hey everyone, it's Alex, and the day that you've all been waiting for has arrived. That's a lie. I mean, no one's really that excited about Ajax. I was kind of excited, to be honest with you. I was really hoping for more from Ajax than what I've gotten, and in this video we're going to be discussing Ajax as a whole, our first impressions, the decks we've been testing, and whether or not you should be investing your hard-earned resources, either tokens or your spotlight keys, in getting Ajax. Now, right off the top, we are here live on Twitch TV in front of an absolutely wonderful audience. So if you have not joined us on Twitch TV, use the link in the pinned comment down below and in the description to join us. We have a ton of fun several times a week playing some Marvel Snap. And guys, I got to tell you, Ajax, okay? Ajax obviously is, in paper, it should be a pretty good card. It's very analogous to, you know, the Devil Dinosaur of hand generation and the Ronin of opposing hand generation, I guess. And then you have Ajax, which is like those similar cards, but with Toxic. And here's the honest truth. My first impressions are pretty negative. It is as mid can be. However, we're working in an environment where it does not have one of its key synergistic cards in Cassandra Nova. Cassandra Nova is coming out where it's going to be a 3-1. Well, as of right now, it's a 3-1 that drains and steals the power from the entire opponent's deck. So if they have an Erisham deck, they got like 20 cards in it, and you play, that card, Cassandra Nova, it's going to draw all that power from the card, and every card they play is going to be impacted by Ajax. It's also worth noting that a card that gets negative power applied, then even gets hit with like a blue Marvel, still counts as an Ajax hit because it has a -1 counter on it, despite being propped back up by a blue Marvel or a Ironheart or whatever it happens to be. So there's a lot of utility for Ajax. The ability to generate power via these kind of negative debuffs is there. However, it seems wonky in the same way where Ronin's wonky. If you think about Gilgamesh versus Ajax, for instance, compare the two. Gilgamesh, you fully control the amount of power you output with Gilgamesh, right? You play your strategy, you play your game, you put out that power. With Ajax, you're depending on your opponent's plays as well to maximize the power output. He just doesn't get nearly as high. We do have some games where he gets absolutely insane, but those are games where our opponent kind of played into our hand a little bit, and we were able to punish them with the Hazmat combo style plays. So ultimately, is Ajax good? It's so hard to answer. And I'm really going to ask that you really wait until the Snapchat episode where Coccia and I are going to kind of reevaluate the entire week of Ajax play, talk about it, give us a final review. And the reason why I say this is because this is a card that's going to require very deliberate deck building. We've never had a core piece like this for Toxic, okay? When Annihilus first came out, people were like, oh, Annihilus is mid. Annihilus is not mid. It's one of the best cards in the game, despite it not being so meta relevant right now. Ajax is going to need very deliberate deck building. It's also worth noting that you have Luke Cage that completely shuts down the card. However, in my experimentation, I'm not seeing much Luke Cage. I'm not seeing much Ajax. I don't think people truly believe in this card right now. And I think that the 2-power buff from a 5-5 to a 5-7 was absolutely necessary. So ultimately, I think that you should be waiting on Ajax. You should definitely not be rolling keys for Ajax. If you need Darkhawk, for instance, then sure, go for the Darkhawk. But Ajax is not going to be targetable right now. But however, I do think you really do need to consider what Cassandra Nova might do to this card. Because there is a massive chance that Cassandra Nova comes out as strong as we expect it to be, and literally its best synergistic card, or one of the best synergistic cards with Cassandra Nova, is going to be Ajax, right? And if you don't have it because you missed the Spotlight week, then suddenly you're in trouble. I wish they released around the same time so we had a better idea of how they're going to synergize together. So there's a big question mark there. But right now, I definitely think you should be conserving your keys, waiting towards the end of the week, saving your tokens, not FOMOing on Ajax. See where the deck builds come. I think that there is a likely chance that there is going to be like the one Toxic deck where Ajax is perfect in, and it's going to be a like 56 to 58% performer. I would expect that because I think the power output is potentially there. Did we hit that today in our first impressions deck testing? We didn't. I'll show you the decks, but the honest truth is I do think that there's some work to be done here. I was starting with something like, okay, Toxic Ongoing. Coccia had mentioned the idea of using, Toxic Ongoing cards in conjunction with Ajax, and it kind of got my mind spinning a little bit. So a long time ago, I had come up with this idea, and I released a video like the first couple months of Marvel Snap of using Sarah in conjunction with Hazmat and Spectrum. The idea here was that if you play Sarah on turn 5, you can actually turn 6 Spectrum and Hazmat on top of a Wong. If you have a Luke Cage out there, you're basically adding 4 power to all your ongoing cards while also decreasing their entire set side by 2 power. It's like it's a 6 power differential, and that's what this deck is based off of. Now, there's a ton of different options here. Like, you could literally take out US Agent, add Lizard. There's so many ongoing cards you can add, you can change. I went with the Jean Grey route in order to maximize the Man-Thing and Mojo possibilities, but this may very well be kind of a starting shell that ultimately gets refined outside of the Jean Grey package, okay? But I wanted to show it to you in case you want to do some experimentation. We went towards the high Evo deck. Now, this was the version that I had cooked up prior, and honestly, it did not feel that good. I think that Magic was necessary to extend the game to the point where you can debuff enough cards, and Red Guardian was important. If they played the Luke Cage, you can pump the Luke Cage, drop their debuff stats, and of course, Red Guardian provides a debuff on the Luke Cage itself to once again feed Ajax. But it just didn't feel that great. The challenge here was that anytime I was able to play Ajax, I'd much rather just play Hulk, or I'd rather just float energy. There was very few opportunities where I felt like Ajax was going to pay a stronger kind of penalty for my opponent than just slamming a massive Hulk that I've been kind of constantly building throughout the course of the game. It's not that it didn't have its moments. Hulk was incredibly more efficient, incredibly more synergistic, incredibly more consistent, and that's ultimately what we're looking for. The auto deck was actually a Ajax-based Evo deck, and this included Hazmat, it included White Widow and all these pieces, and it also included Typhoid Mary, which honestly in my experimentation kind of felt like a bit of a trap. Now, Typhoid Mary obviously does have some benefits, but at the same time, it also produced some problems. You often did not generate enough power across the entire board. You weren't able to zoo. It had its own challenges. Although the 10 power of Typhoid Mary was often something that people had to deal with, this deck kind of fell flat on its face and was not a general strong performer in my testing. Consistent with Typhoid Mary was the idea that you could buff Typhoid Mary's discounted or debuffed cards back up with Blue Marvel, but also still get the Ajax buff because they're still technically debuffed. You take one away, you add one back. It's not like they're just flat. That debuff effect is still happening because of the ongoing effect. Ajax likes that. So we experimented near the end of our stream with this Ajax-based Zoo deck, and I think there's some potential here, but again, wouldn't you just run Gilgamesh, right? There could be something here. I think it's a very interesting cook. However, again, with Ajax, it just seems like it's being outclassed by a couple of the other cards in its toxic class, or in its direct vicinity, as one might say. We tried to cook with Galactus, the idea of using Typhoid Mary to discount the cards, like the rocks from the debris, knock them over with a Nihilus. Like, think of this line, right? You play debris on turn 3, Typhoid Mary turn 4, a Nihilus turn 5, and then suddenly you just put a punch of power on the other side of the board. Conversely, you can debris, Hazmat, and Nihilus. You have a ton of different options, and Ajax likes all this. You can also use Galactus to obviously punish your opponent. However, the deck once again was somewhat clumsy. Ajax didn't feel like the key winning line. It was the Annihilus, it was the Galactus, and Ajax didn't quite feel like it was putting up the points we wanted. It just wasn't quite there. So ultimately, we even tried Hela. And this was interesting, because in paper it's like, okay, Hela's providing -2 power on all the cards you discard. And then so Ajax gets +1 for every negative power card. But I mean, we played a ton of Hela games. But really, you're only discarding like 3-4 cards, maybe, at max. So this is a 5-11 at best. Like, is that even worth it when you have Gigantos and Infinauts and Deaths? Like, it's not really that worth it. It doesn't really occupy that slot in, like, the game. Like, it's just, you'd almost rather just run Black Cat. And just, it's a 7, sure, but at least it's being discarded and it's just part of the program, right? So it honestly underperformed here as well. At the end of the day, I'm kind of in the position where I'm like, you know what? I think that Ajax is ultimately one of those cards that's going to have to age better than it feels right now. So if you're being very conservative with your keys, very conservative with your tokens, then I would strongly suggest holding off on Ajax, especially if you have the other Spotlight cards in the Spotlight caches. It simply doesn't feel that strong right now. Definitely feels lower than even a 3, but Cassandra Nova's coming. Cassandra Nova may have a very significant impact on its viability. And of course, as I said, this is a brand new card that really should be kickstarting a whole new way to play toxic based decks. We didn't land on the decks today, but it doesn't mean that a week from now that those decks won't be developed, designed, and refined. So this is one of those pass and stay tuned cards. Hold on to those tokens and wait to see until the end of the week, the Monday Snapchat, or whatever, kind of review course you like to take to determine whether or not Ajax is the card for you. Do not FOMO into it, but be aware of the synergy with Cassandra Nova. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed these gameplay highlights that we got from Ajax. We played against Ajax. We got Ajax highlights ourselves. But at the end of the day, I hope you enjoy these. And once again, as I mentioned prior, if you haven't joined us on Twitch yet, use the link in the description down below and enjoy these gameplay highlights. We got some Luke's Bar gameplay. Yeah, we've been getting lots of bots. Coccia. Well, not going to make the best use of it. Alex, you think Ajax is worth it so far? No. Our high evolutionary deck performed like absolute fecal matter. It was awful. Very, very poo-poo. We steal this invisible one. We steal it right now. Snap. I like this. Is Hydro Bob better than Ajax? It's possible, especially with the buff coming to Hydro Bob, which they did announce on the Discord just 2 hours before Hydro Bob rotated out. They're like, "Yo, FYI, Hydro Bob getting buffed to a 1/5." To everyone's surprise.
How's it hanging, man?
It's hanging, bud. It's hanging, West Coast. Thank you. And thanks for the Prime. Cersei or Sage for 6K? Sage, if I were to pick one of those two. I would go Sage over Cersei any day of the friggin' week, man. They didn't play their Nor Dimension card? Weird. Why is this a 4? Krakoa, lol. Alright. We'll stick to my original plan. Self-pumping action indeed. We should be able to outpace them, though. So that Jin's getting pumped.
I am Iron Man.
How dare you play Iron Man? The problem's this damn Jeff. Does Ajax win? Here's the thing. I don't know if we actually play Luke Cage. Because we want the negative power applied, right? We want Ajax to reach. I don't think you actually play Luke Cage. Okay, let's go for it. Ajax, send us to the promised land, you absolute idiot. You suck. Let's see if you can do it, Ajax. Let's see if you can do it. Send us! Not concerned.
I am Iron Man.
That's concerning. That's really bad, actually. That's unnecessary. Okay. Let's see it. Let's see it. We did it!
Victory!
We won a game with Ajax! Ajax to infinite! I'm having fun though, man. I'm having a ton of fun right now. Ajax has been mid as hell, but I gotta tell you, I've been having so much fun. I think this is because you guys make it fun, you know. If I was playing Marvel Snap by myself at like a 3% win rate, maybe I'd be tilting a bit. But I'm not. You guys here with me? Helping me cope, helping me hope. Making my memes and my dreams a reality. casual tempo Rouge, I guess? No. No. I don't have to play the Rouge. We're gonna Wong Hazmat, Bar Sinister turn 6, and no one can stop me. I'm gonna keep skipping. Play this here. Why not? Alright. I see you there. Spectrum still wins, FYI. Easy pumps. Those are ongoing cards, baby. I'm not concerned. Are you concerned? I'm not. I'm not retreating. Buddy, we're going to absolutely pump this guy. The fact that you guys are worried, I feel nothing but, you know what? I'm so confident. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I got Wong Spec. I absolutely pumped these guys. We Rouge. We Ajax. And let's see what happens. Super Scroll. Casual negative 14. Well, that Super Scroll's weird. What? Easy game. I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. US Agent, Wongers, Spectrum. We've already snapped. We get the dub. Let's send it. If they play Spectrum themselves, we're in a bit of a sticky situation. Oh, they're snapping back. We're going 8. I'm not leaving. We are going 8. We are going to win Bar Sinister to their surprise. We're going 8. I have full confidence. We have initiative. They cannot Cosmo me. US Agent. Wongers. They also get Wong, by the way. Spectrum.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Mystique with no target. Man-Thing. Shongers. What's mid? Ajax is a 27 power card for 8 cubes.
Victory.
5-star card. 6% win rate. We got some Bar Sinister Sunspot gameplay. Very intimidating. I bleed Bar Sinister. This takes balls. I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. Yes, we're memeing. Oh, look at this. I'm so good at this video game. I am so good at this video game. I am just so happy with my gameplay. Good night, sweet princes. We were gonna lose Bar Sinister anyway. We're winning everywhere else. Where's Ajax? Top deck Ajax. No, I can't. Oh my gosh. I can't take this 50-50. Do we do it? Do we do it?
Snap.
I'm so confident in this play.
Opponent snap.
Oh man, they got a Quinjet on turn 1. I'm so sad, man. Is Ajax gonna do good? He's been pretty rough.
Who they dig up this time?
The blessed nature of this gamer playing Airsham into Quinjet, Tempo, Nick Fury on turn 2. Come on. That's ridiculous. I can't even. Oh, okay. It's not a great Loki, I don't think. I don't think you generally want to Loki these decks. He's probably got a lot of big cards, though. Like, he can do a lot with, like, Magnetos and whatever. So that's my Jubilee into Vibranium Mines. Hits. Oh, okay, we got some Ajax gameplay here. All right. We're cooking. I think you have to do this. Let's do this. They gonna try and play Hela?
We are the future.
They have Ajax, I don't. Their Ajax is gonna get chonky, man. I could very well lose this game. Ajax is gonna rip. I know I'm not winning this, but we're sending. I'm not leaving. Yeah, they had
Minions to me. Minions to me.
Let's go!
Victory.
Heroes never die. You guys thought we were going to go down to this Ajax. No, no, no. He's only a 5'11", despite the fact that I resurrected 3 cards. 4 on his side. 1 has a Hela debuff there. So yeah, maybe Ajax sucks. I'm just going to throw it out there. Oh, it's always White Widow every game. I feel like it's a White Widow turn 2. Such a good card. I'm just sad. Maybe I squeeze White Widow into this deck for some reason. We never get punished here. We never get punished here. It always hits Magneto, Death, and Infinite, never Hela or Lady Sif. Come on. Come on. Be chill, Corvus. Nice, nice, nice. Look at that. I don't... Sif has been betraying us a little bit. So I think we ease off of Lady Sif here. Damn, we got some Titania gameplay? They Iron Fisted Titania into me. There's the Giganto. Miss me with this Titania gameplay. Do I want Titania? Do I allow them to misplay Titania? Somehow Ajax never... Okay. That's not the worst thing.
Minions to me.
We are the future.
Ajax? Ajax? Get that dub, baby. Let's go. They can't Shang-Chi everywhere. They play Shang-Chi Grandmaster. I cry. This is Ajax's moment. Despite everything, Ajax is getting, what, 3 power here? So I'm playing a turn 6, 10 power card. So worse than Scar? Literally worse than Scar? Is that what we're doing here? Okay. Just want to make sure we're sure on that. 5 stars. Yep. Can't Shang-Chi everywhere, but do we still lose somehow? All right, get the dub. Get the dub.
Victory.
But I'm gonna tell you, like Ajax Hela, it feels like copium. It feels like copium because, like, he's just too weak. He's not doing enough. First impressions of Ajax aren't strong. No. But it's okay. I gotta buy this Venom package eventually. I like those high value packages.
Impressive.
They make me happy. All right, nice.
I am.
Oh, I just got Grooted? That's rough. Come on, I don't even have cards to play. I want a free 6-drop. How do I not have cards to play with Elysium? This is sad. They tempoed a Mockingbird? That's so sad. Oh my god. Everything's awful. I might not even play this. I might hold it. Ajax is awesome. He took me to Infinite. It's true, I did get to Infinite with Ajax. But I did most of the climb with an Airsham deck that had Uatu, M'Baku, and a whole bunch of fecal matter in it. So I don't know how much, you know, how much stock I want to put into that. We get the free 6-drop. This is Mobius and Mobius. I cry. Oh, it's Airsham. Okay.
We are the future.
But this is a 33% chance at Jubilee. We just never lose Hulk Hela, right? Like, how do we lose with Giganto Death? They have to play here. They have to at least do something here. They play this and right. We should win this, right? Come on, Mike. Yo, what? Mike? Get off the stream. You get off the stream, man. That is the most obvious snipe I've ever seen. Go on, man. Have you no humanity? You gotta come on out here and snipe the absolute shit out of us. Oh my God, Mike, take me out for dinner first. You absolute savage.